Now there are two properties out here. So for the resistance, as you can see over here, there is a diagram drawn. There are two properties of resistance. Once the resistance, the length of the resistance is increased, right? This is L. We have taken another resistor where the length of the resistance is more. So the length of the resistance is directly proportional to the resistivity. Okay, this R represents the resistance and L is the length of the resistor. Here it is increased, so the resistance also increases, the length of the conductor also increases. So the more distance you are traveling, the more resistance is coming. So here there are less distance you have to travel yourself. You are standing on this, on top of this, and you are traveling from here to there. So there is less distance to travel. Here you have to, if you start walking from here to here, you have to travel, compared to this, you have to travel more distance. That is the analogy out here. So resistance increases because the length of the resistance increases. This is the first property of resistance. Then we have a second property out here. Imagine a resistance and you have cut open the resistance. Once you cut open the resistance, you have broken into two halves. So this is called a cross section area. Imagine one charge passing through this cross section area. In actual case, this is extrapolated. As you know, only one charge doesn't pass through this. Just for simplicity case, we have taken only one charge passes through this cross section. If the cross section area increases, suppose this big resistance resistor is taken and you cut into two halves. So compared to this cross section area, this cross section area is more, right? What happens is that more number of charges will pass through this cross section area. So what is happening is that, see, R is represented by the resistance and it is inversely proportional to the cross section area. This is the cross section area. So cross section area, see, it is increasing due to increase. You can see the cross section area increasing out here. So resistance is inversely proportional to the cross section area. So these are the two properties of resistance. First is directly proportional. Directly proportional means when this increases, this has to also increase. For example, when this is the resistance is 5 ohm, the length has to increase. So that is called directly proportional. Inversely proportional means when the resistance is increasing, the cross section area is decreasing. And the more the cross section area, the resistance is less. That is called inversely proportional. So you can see out here what is directly proportional and inversely proportional. Let me tell you once again, resistance is directly proportional to length and resistance is inversely proportional to the cross section area. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier, you have seen out here, this is a copper atom and there are free electrons out here. This outermost orbit, you can see one electron. This is the electronic configuration. First orbit 2 electrons, second orbit 8 electrons, third orbit 18 electrons, and for fourth orbit, last orbit, we have one electron. This is loosely bound electron and this is responsible for the charge. Once there is a voltage source connected, the electrons or the charge, they move in a particular direction. This movement of the charge in the particular direction is stopped by the resistance and we get that electrical resistance. Electrical resistance is the measure of stopping electrons flowing. So this is the resistance part of